What's up, financial Zen masters? You ready for my origin story? Oh, you're gonna love it. This is how we got here. But first, welcome to the Financial Zen channel, where the big question is how do you, a super successful, hardworking professional with kids at home and a mortgage to pay, how do you quit your 9 to 5 so you can go pursue your passions while still providing your family? That's the questions. I got your answers. I'll be your host and guide. My name's Rick Valenzi, and welcome. So here's our origin story. I think this is kind of fun. This would be the third movie in a series, right? In a superhero series where they go back to the very beginning. There's three parts to this story that I think is important for you to know, especially if you're considering working with us on a full time basis. So starting at the beginning, I was on my third career iteration, third career pivot. First one was investment banking. Second one was DJing, believe it or not. And third one was I found myself as a regional sales manager managing a team of 11 sales reps for Yahoo Hot Jobs. And it was awesome. We crushed our numbers. The team was super successful. Pretty much everybody on our team made President's Clubs year over year, myself included. And everybody was just happy. We were just had a good thing going. And then this guy from the San Francisco office moved to New York. Next thing I know, this guy, super smart politically, is taking out all of upper management out to lunch instead of arriving within his first 2 weeks of arriving. Brilliant move politically. I felt like there wasn't a whole lot else underneath the hood. Little used car salesman, little slick sort of sales guy. But my director fell for his thing hook, line, and sinker. And next thing I know, she's pulling me into her cube and she's trying to convince me why I should go manage this other team. Now, our team was crushing it. They loved me, I loved them. Like, we had a good thing going. Like, I wasn't going anywhere. And I told her flat out, no, I'm good right where I am. We're doing great. And, our numbers were amazing, so she wasn't going to she wasn't going to force the issue. But that planted a seed. And next thing I know, I'm looking down the road 35 years because I'm sort of examining where this whole road is headed. And I'm looking down 35 years and I'm seeing like sales deadlines and goals and corporate politics. And I was like, nah, I'm out. Nope, not going to do that for another 35 years. No way, no how. And so for 6 months, I went and did some very deep soul searching. And at the end of that 6 months period, I came up with this. Number one, I know I needed three things. I needed one, to be able to help people. I needed a career helping people because the best part of my sales job was helping the sales reps get better themselves and watch their improvement. That was very satisfying, very fulfilling for me. So I know I needed that. I also needed to get back into finance. I thought I had been done with finance. I was a finance major at the University of Texas at Austin. I did investment banking out of college. And the stories you hear about investment banking are true. It is absolutely soul crushing. So when I was done with investment banking, I thought I was done with finance. I wasn't done with finance. I was just done with IB. So I really needed to get back into finance. And then the third thing was I needed to work for myself. I would have corporate politics and all that silliness would have no place in my career. And when you add those three things up, helping people, finance, run your own business, financial planner, boom, instant, easiest decision ever, right? Once it came to me. And so I didn't look back. So that was part one. That was conclusion part one. I became a financial planner. I haven't looked back since. That was 16 years ago that all happened. Part two. So fast forward a few years, I'm in the middle of working, struggling, just trying to put food on the table as a financial advisor at Wells Fargo Advisors. Now, the dirty little secret that most people don't know is that the turnover rate for new financial advisors is unbelievable. Literally 95% within the first year are gone. The next year, 80% of that last 5% that are still there are gone after that. I can tell you personally from the 45 people in my training class that there's only 3 people left in the industry still doing working as a financial planner. So anyways, it's brutal, man. It is brutal. I was dead broke for a lot of years starting my practice, but I was passionate about what I was doing. I was seeing the results of helping people, and I would not be stopped. So I just kept putting one foot into the other, being very broke for a very long time, literally living in San Francisco, earning $1,800 a month. Literally, they had to pay you minimum wage. I was working for minimum wage for what, 6, 7 years in one of the most expensive cities in the country. But I did it. Now, part of the experience in working with Wells Fargo Advisors that was pivotal in what we're doing now is that because of the fee structure, because how these big brokerage firms require you to charge your clients, you have to work with people that have already accumulated their money. And that's why the entire industry is focused around working with retirees. That's why every commercial out there that you see for the brokerage industries is geared towards retirees. And I love our retirees. I love all the retirees I've helped over the years. But the thing about working with retirees is if you're over the age of 60, you can hold just a sign up in the middle of the street saying, I need a financial advisor, and you will be swarmed. Like, there is no shortage of supply for financial advisors working with retirees. That's the entire industry. And that always bothered me a little bit because the other half of my business, so I worked with retirees, and then the other half of the business was working with people that were more my age. Friends of mine that I saw they needed help from a financial advisor, from a financial planner, but they weren't going to get it anywhere. So I helped them because, I was in the building your business phase, and they got a lot of value because they got to work with somebody that, that knew what they were doing, that had the skill set. And I got to work with them and, add pennies to the pot, in terms of building the business. But if it wasn't for me, that they wouldn't have been able to get help. And that always bugged me. And so when I left Wells Fargo, when it all came together, the intention was always to leave Wells Fargo and start my own firm. And when that all came together and the timing was right, when I left to start Financial Zen, I was bound and determined to structure the entire business around working with younger generations. People who hadn't saved their millions yet, who wouldn't get the time of day from any other traditional financial advisor out there, but who still needed the help. Because the thing about doing this stuff when you're young is that's your single biggest leverage point. The sooner you start doing things right, the sooner you can get out of the rat race. The sooner the 10x multiplier that you'll experience at age 60 versus everybody else who's hiring financial advisors at age 60 because now they need help. So the sooner you start, the better. That was really important to me. I saw that as part of my calling. So that's why we built everything within Financial Zen around working with young people, from our appointment availability to our fee structure to the technology that we use and the way we've set up the entire system and all of our frameworks. It's geared towards you. Okay, so that's part 2. So become a financial advisor, work with people that are not being served in the current industry. Third part literally has just come about over the last couple months. So it is April 2021, and this literally just happened 6 weeks ago that the final piece fell into place. So we've always been traditional financial planners. I've always approached it, tackling the getting your financial house in order, tackling the major subject areas and major practice areas. So retirement planning and college planning and employee benefits and tax planning and investment planning and what did I miss? Home purchases and insurance and estate planning. Those are kind of the major areas. And my claim to fame has always been, we do all those areas and we get your house in order, and we do it better than the next guy. We do it better than all those other financial planners. So we do it faster, more efficiently, with a better member experience. We do it with more technology. We're more hands-on. We're more. But that's never quite resonated. I always felt like there was a missing piece. Like there was this missing part of that value proposition. And it wasn't until recently where the light bulb went off, and that's why I've hardly been able to sleep recently, because I'm so excited about how we're going to be able to help people moving forward. So backstory on this is, so we've built this machine, right? Our service model is dialed in. We do it faster and better with a better experience, more hands-on than anybody else out there. And the fees that we charge are ridiculous compared to the value that you get. And it's geared towards the younger generation. So anyways, I've built the thing. It's awesome. It is fantastic. You never stop improving it, but it is awesome. So now it's time to start marketing. So this year, my entire focus has been on marketing. And I have been immersed in this guy, Russell Brunson's world, for the last about a couple months or so. And one of the most recent things is I'm sort of putting together the marketing machine. Now that the financial planning machine's built, I'm now putting together the marketing machine. And so I'm going through this guy's process, Russell's process. And the first step is, who's your dream customer? Figure out your dream customer. Dream customer is obvious. My dream customer is those young people, right? I already figured out who our dream customer was throughout the years before I left Wells Fargo. So that was easy. But the next question he asked is what made the light bulb go off. The next question he asked is, who's your dream customer and what is their ultimate result? What's the ultimate result that they want to get to? So I did a lot of reflecting on that. And I had always thought the ultimate result was to get your financial house in order. Okay, it's not sexy, but it's important. And there's some urgency to it, especially if you have kids, there's some urgency to it. But there was always something missing. And so I did some reflecting. I did a couple weeks of reflecting. And it was in one of our newest members in their one of their foundations appointments, in their month one foundations appointment. I asked the same questions I've asked a million other times for all the other people that we've worked with, which is, where do you want to be in 10 years? And they answered, I would like to not be working. Okay, they're young. They're about 38. I said, okay, that's a pretty ambitious goal. Let me ask you this. If you could retire tomorrow, would you? And they said, yes, absolutely. And then I don't know what it was about hearing that same answer, which I've heard hundreds of times before, why the light bulb went off on that one, but it did. And it was like in that movie, like the freeze frame in the movie where the main character is about to have his aha moment, and it circles back to all the pieces throughout, all the frames throughout that movie that led to this aha moment, and the light bulb goes off and he's like, oh my God, that's it. That's how it felt right in the middle of this appointment. I'm sure they could probably tell I was maybe they could tell I was having an aha moment. But the light bulb went off. That's what people want. Yes, you need to get your financial house in order. Yes, that's important. But the ultimate result isn't that. What do you want from that? You want the peace of mind. Ultimately, you want to be able to get out of the rat race to go pursue your thing. So it dawned on me, we work with super successful people who are extremely well regarded within their career by the coworkers, management, and their team, their employees. They are making money hand over fist, but they all want to retire tomorrow. This is not what you want to do for another 25 years. And if I can help people get out of the rat race within 10 years, give me 10 years, I'll get you out of the rat race so you can go spend the rest of your life doing whatever it is you were put on this planet to do. Go pursue your passions. And that was the final click where this whole thing became so much bigger than just helping you get your financial house in order. It became a leverage point to make the entire world a better place, because I know you being super successful, being the person that you are, if money is not something you need to worry about, if that resource is just taken care of, you're going to do amazing things with your free time if you clear that hurdle. So it's just all come together. Those are the three parts. That's the origin story. Become a financial advisor, work with young people, get you to retire within the next 10 years so you can go do amazing things out in the world. And that's it. I have never felt so clear and seen such a clear path. And it is not all, it's just, that was the final piece. It all makes sense now. And there you go. I don't know. I hope that was interesting to you. If you enjoyed it, subscribe below, like the video, type a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you got excited about this as I am. And yeah, we'll see you next time.